Hi, good morning. I believe, or we believe, that if we educate a girl, we do not only educate a family, but an entire community and the whole world and the nation. And good for nothing, like a small drop in the ocean, firmly believes that nobody should be deprived of education, especially girls. And it's a high investment, but the return on investment is very high and it will give long term benefit. More than 130 million girls across the planet do not go to school. Now, this data is according to the World Bank, and they say it is costing almost like $30 trillion in lost earning and productivity. And not it is costing in losing productivity, but it is hindering the growth of the economy all in together. So it is very important that we make sure that every girl has a right to education and we ensure that every girl goes to school. Now, according to the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, he said when we empower women, we help them to take a better decision, and we all end up benefiting as a community, as a economy, and as a world. So I think it's very important that we invest in girls. Now, according to the French Prime Minister, he had the same thought process where he said it is a big investment where all the growth economy will make and the return on investment will be very high. So it is very important and critical that every nation, every country should come forward and help girl child to get in proper access to education. It is so serious and critical that leaders from France, Britain, Canada have called out world nation to boost efforts to make sure that every girl gets an education and good quality education. Countries like Denmark, Netherlands, Norway and Qatar have already sent out $527 million to provide education to the girls who are in the most vulnerable situation on planet and making sure that they get the access to education. So leaders from not only big companies but even foundations are coming forward to make sure that every girls get the access to education. For example, Barack and Michelle Obama, they have already emphasized on STEM education. Michelle Obama, she's saying that every girl should go into STEM education, which is science, technology, engineering and maths, which is definitely going to build a great economy. And even leaders like Melinda Gates and Bill Gates they are already doing so much. They are using supplying vaccines across the globe to save lives. So they are doing some incredible job. But at the same time, Melinda Gates have emphasized that you should spread this message of not only education but how to help other people across your community, and that is how we grow together, and that is how we move the world forward for a better sustainable growth. Even leaders like Michael Dell and Susan Dell are already doing a lot of stuff across the globe, and they've already started their own stuff in India in 2006. So not only they are providing education stuff and helping other peoples to move forward, but they're also trying to make sure that they are trying to create a skill-based education so that everybody can get employment and they can also grow as a human, and they can also contribute towards the society and towards the world. Most important person, I mean to say, this guy, I'm so much impressed and inspired. Everybody must be knowing, but still I'll mention. His name is Jack Ma, CEO and founder of Alibaba. The kind of IPO he created. It was the biggest IPO on the planet when he applied for it. And today he's running a company worth 45,000 employees with so much contributing towards the society and the community. He's running the biggest company on the planet. And I was watching one of his interview where he said what he wants to do after 1 year. He said he would like to go back to teaching. For people who don't know, he was a teacher before. He taught for a long time, and then he started this company. But now, after so much of building wealth and creation and creating jobs and employment opportunities, he has done an incredible and amazing job. But his main dream right now is that to go back to teaching and help other people to grow and evolve. And that is what leaders do. Leaders do not create followers, they create leaders. So I think hats off to Jack Ma and to all other leaders who are coming forward and giving their own personal time, which is bigger than something money and other stuff, and that is quite incredible. So this is what they are doing, and so we are totally inspired. Good for Nothing is totally inspired, and we are trying to come forward and, like a small drop in the ocean, we would like to contribute towards all these goals where these people are putting their effort and discipline and focus. There's one more leader who I feel she's doing an amazing job. People who don't know about her, she's Malala Yousafzai. She's the live example who is moving across the planet and spreading the message to ensure that every girls get the education. And I think it was her own quote which really inspired me as well, which she said, "One pencil, one book can change the world." But I would like to share that not only one pencil, one book, but even one life can make a lot of difference and impact across the globe. So World Economic Forum has laid out some 17 SDG goals, which is sustainable development. And I think every business and communities or government or everybody should come forward to make sure that they hit those goals to create a sustainable environment and for the development of the economy. And we, as Good for Nothing, who is an education startup company, we feel we are also responsible for this to make everyone move forward as a nation, as a world. And like a small drop in the ocean, we have created and a group in a Facebook which is called Good for Nothing Humanity, and people can join that group. They can share their ideas, they can share their photos, videos, whatever they are doing good stuff and giving back to the community, which definitely should be aligned with the 17 goals. And people, if they come forward and join this group, we can really have a brainstorm ideas, and we can check it out what other people are doing, because I think sum is always better than the parts, and if everybody comes together, we can really make a bigger impact. So Good for Nothing humbly request all of you, from business, communities, governments, even individuals, to come join for this global movement to develop a sustainable growth across the planet. And if you come down and join, as I said, sum is always better than the parts, we can really create a big impact. So the Creator has sent me on this planet with 21,900 days. 15,330 days I've already spent. The credit balance what I have left now is 6,570 days. And as Good for Nothing and as an individual, how I am going to contribute and how am I going to use the number of days is up to me. What about you? How many days you have?